and welcome! So, WoW Classic is just around the corner, and I thought it would be a great way to celebrate it with some good old Westfall Stew. If you're holding a launch party or just need some food to get you through those hard gaming days, this recipe is gonna be perfect. So, let's get started. These are the ingredients you will need for the stew. First up, we're gonna cut up the meat, salt it, and put it aside. Depending on what kind of meat you're using, make sure you have cut out all sinews. After you have removed all of the sinews, cut the meat into some rough chunks. The recipe in the game calls for boar meat, but that can be kind of tricky getting, so I'm using beef. And there we go, so let's wash our hands and give it some salt. Give it a mix, and we're ready to put this aside while we're doing the vegetables. And now the mushrooms. Slice the mushrooms into some big pieces. And let's put those aside too. Next up, let's peel the carrots and cut them into some chunks. Cut off the ends. And if you want to be fancy, I can show you a little trick. Next up, peel and slice the garlic. Off you go, children. Just slice off the bacon in some rough chunks. And we're finally ready to get started cooking. Put a pot on medium heat and add in half of the butter, the sugar, onions, and mushrooms. Cook the onions and mushrooms for about 10 to 15 minutes on medium heat, or until the mushrooms are tender and the onions are golden and slightly glazed. Then take them out of the pot and put aside. Add in a good splash of olive oil and the meat. The meat only needs to be cooked for a couple of minutes until it has taken color. Then take it out and put aside too. Add in the rest of the butter and scatter the bacon into the pot. After 5 to 10 minutes, when the fat has left the bacon, you can add in the flour and give it a good whisk. Add in half of the red wine and be careful not to spill like me. Add in all of the beef stock. Add all of the spices, the carrots and garlic, and lastly, all of the meat. Give it a little stir and let the stew simmer on low heat for about 1 to 1.5 hours. After that, stir again and cook for 30 minutes more. After the 30 minutes, add in the onions and mushrooms. And the rest of the red wine. Let the stew simmer for 30 minutes more. Take out the bay leaves and the stew is all done. There we have it, a World of Warcraft classic Westfall stew. And if you like the video, check out next week where I'm gonna make crispy bat wings. And until then, stay safe in Moonbrook. Technically, carrots were first introduced into WoW in Mist of Pandaria, but I guess they had them before that. Maybe it was just like low key, like the black sale of big carrots. They were more valuable than children. Oh, carrots. So yeah.